money moves, making money moves. Making money moves, making money moves. When the pressure's at its...
Yo, we are live. We here at the Next Stop Hollywood series, man. And we are here with my guy, Damo, a.k.a. the C.E.O. of the SWYM movement. And if you don't mind telling me, bro, like, what is SWYM? How did you come up with it? What's the story behind it, bro?
I bet. Y'all already know what it is, the big fellow with the little voice, Mr. Alexander. And SWYM is just say what you mean. And I'm going to give you a little background about it. Honestly, SWYM first started back in college. One of my best friends, he do music and whatnot. And it got to a point in time where he wanted to change his artist name. And it was one summer that he came up with SWYM. And my boy is a real heavy thinker. He do double entendres, real into the concepts. He do very witty bars and all that. So he put out a project under SWYM. The project was called Galleria. And when he said SWYM, and I was like, what's SWYM? He was like, say what you mean. And I was like, that sound bigger than the artist's name. Like I just always said, that sound bigger than the artist's name. Like that's a movement. Like that's something. So
what made you say that at that time? Like that was bigger than the artist's name?
I just felt it. Like I said, he's a heavy thinker. So it was natural for him to come up with that. Say what you mean, because he was always about. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of his music was about real things that happened in college, relationships, girls that he liked, things that he dealt with, and all that. So I got the concept of saying what you mean, and then him just change his name to SWYM. It's a cool name. I just didn't think that it fit him and things I saw. And it just sounded grand to me. It just sounded like a movement. It sounded like something more. So he did his project and whatnot, and then later on, he decided he didn't want to do SWYM anymore. He didn't want that name. So I asked him, can I have it? He was like, yeah, for sure. So I just ran with it. I try to make SWYM. I'm working on making SWYM a conglomerate. You feel me? And I just use it as a brand. And right now it's a culmination of my passion and my gifts. But I always make sure that I give a shout out to G, my boy G. He still make music. Check out KG. But I got the name from him. You feel me? So
like he came up with the name and he came up with the acronym.
Yes.
At that time.
Yes.
But you just seen it, it was like, nah, this is bigger than the rap thing.
My vision for it was larger, you feel me? Like, he just seen it as a name, but I seen it as a brand, as a movement, like, and you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate it, I'm grateful for it, because, like, when people think of SWYM, they think of me. So I always make sure I give my flowers to him and let him know, you feel me? Because he made that up.
So knowing that, like, it came from him, and then you had that vision of saying like, yo, this is bigger than what we imagine or whatever. And when, like you just said, like when people hear SWYM, they see you. Like, what was it about those words to say what you mean that gravitated to you, that stuck to you to say, you know what, this is the brand? Like, you know, a lot of people when they're coming up with their brands and their names and stuff like that, it's hard to come up with the meaning, but it seems like this one just landed in your lap. and you kind of just put the power behind it to say like, nah, this is bigger than just, you know, what was given to me.
You know, everything through God, man. Honestly, like, I'm very big on my friends. Like, I'm a socialite. I have a big energy. I can speak to anyone. I've traveled the world and made friends everywhere. I've connected with many different people, but my friends, the people that I connect with on a daily basis with, that I really genuinely connect with, like, I could count them on hands, you know what I'm saying? And so God placed them in my path for a reason. So all my friends, you know, just like Dizzy Spavey saying, like, he truly believes all his friends are amazing.
Facts.
I'm all my friends' biggest fans, you know what I'm saying? And so him being my friend, I've always supported him and believed in him and whatnot.
I appreciate it.
And I believe that him coming up, you know what I'm saying, and creating what he's doing and whatnot, it was like, you know what I'm saying, it's put everything in full circle. So with G, it's like when he came up with SWYM, maybe I didn't come up off the top of my head, but God, you know, put in a messenger to put to me, to give to me, you know what I'm saying? And it was through a friend that I genuinely still to this day is one of my closest friends, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that he gave it to me with no, like, he don't even think about it at all. He'll hit me up and be like, yo, you owe me credit. I need percentage, none of that. I just always make sure that I speak on him, I give him his flowers, and I know that when I eventually blow up, he's right there with me. You know what I'm saying? Even then, publicly, to the masses, I'm gonna let it know where it came from. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine.
And the reason why it stuck for me, the reason why it hit for me is because of who I am and my energy. I'm always about being honest and being true and who you are. I've never faked the funk. I never try to fit in. I never try to be something I'm not. Like, I am who I am. The people who don't like me, the people that fuck with me, I've did outlandish shit. Didn't go with the crowd, and it might not led to my best benefits and whatnot, but still at the end of the day, I know it was true and what I wanted to do and what I felt was right at the time and what I felt was best for me. And so with SWYM saying what you mean is about being honest.
So, you were saying like things for you and what you wanted to do. So SWYM is now a brand, and what does the brand actually cover? Like what do you do with swimming?
So always keep swimming.
Always keep swimming.
That's how you win.
That's how you win.
So pretty much the motto, the saying and whatnot is say what you mean what you say. And that's how you keep swimming. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're honest, as long as you say your truth, as long as you put your best foot forward and you're authentic, it always, propels you to the next level. And when you're swimming, that's what you're doing. You're trying to get to the next level. You're trying to get to the depths of the water. You're trying to get further than where you began. You know what I'm saying? And when you do that with honesty, when you do that with integrity, when you do that with passion and genuineness and whatnot, like, you can really go far. So with SWYM right now, it's a culmination of, as I said before, of my passion and my gifts. My passion, what I realized, I've always been able to speak to people. I love helping people. I love being a person that you could go to and be like, I need this, or I need to speak to somebody about this, and I can literally connect you to somebody or to some place or whatever it is that you need. I've always been that, connect the dots type of person. So with instilling that, my background is in psychology. I've done teaching, mentorship, and all that stuff. So I'm putting that together where I want to do mentoring. I want to give people the confidence. I have the confidence to be myself. I have the confidence to show my truth. I realize that a lot of people don't get to reach their goals. They don't get to actually fulfill their purpose because they don't have the confidence to really live out life and be who they're supposed to be, because there's so much interaction of what's going on and things that's going on the media and TV and things of that sort, and people around us that's saying that, oh, we want you to be yourself, but you need to be yourself this way. And when you don't have the confidence to be yourself the way you want to be, it stunts your growth. You know what I'm saying? So the foundation of SWYM is, saying what you mean is, I want to help those build the confidence to be themselves and say what they mean and utilize that and use their gifts and their passion to go out there and fulfill their purpose.
Where do you gain confidence at? Like,
confidence?
Where do you gain that confidence? Because you're about to create a platform where you are openly being vulnerable and telling the people, like, say what you mean no matter what it is. Like, and when you do say what you mean, it's gonna keep you moving forward. Like you have to be a confident person within yourself to tell someone to, keep swimming, even if they feel like they drowning. Get it together, stay afloat, keep going. You can get to that next level. That's a confidence thing to say, and you have to be confident to say that. So, like, where do you gain that confidence from? So,
two things off rip, and I would say three, but the third one stems from the second one. One, first and foremost, is God. My confidence comes from God. The fact that we're supposed to be an image of God, that we're supposed to embody God, and we're supposed to, live and walk through, the rules of God and whatnot, that's my confidence. You know what I'm saying? Just God alone, knowing that He built me, that He created me to do something. The fact that I wake up every day and I get to breathe and I get to interact with people, and when they do interact with me, they feel good, they receive something from me, I add value to people, that gives me confidence because I know I'm fulfilling my purpose. That every time that I speak to people and I add value on this earth while I'm living and I'm breathing, I'm glorifying God. And every time that I hinder myself or that I'm shining, I'm taking away from glorifying God. So I have to always be confident because I want to always glorify God. Secondly, my ancestors. My ancestors been through slavery, they've been through the slave trade and taken away from, our motherlands or whatnot, had to go through slavery and so on and so forth. That means my lineage itself was able to go through all of that for me to be here today. That means I come from a cloth that's spectacular. I come from almighty kings and queens, you know what I'm saying? That was powerful enough that I was able to, you know, deal with all of that and still overcome and able to create me. So that confidence and knowing where I came from, knowing that my family was able to continue, you know, the legacy and the leniency to have me here today. I come from power.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Because
that confident.
That's amazing. I would like you to continue to tell us what SWYM was, but it was the fact that you mentioned the confidence and stuff like that. I had to interject and ask you, like, nah, because, you know, confidence and power and just being able to know where you come from is so important. It's like, that's something that might be lost in a generation, but if we as a generation empower each other to know where we came from and know that we're kings, gods, and we need to have that energy at all times and stuff like that, that's how we can keep swimming to get to the next level. So what else does, you know, SWYM provide? You know, mentorship and gaining confidence and stuff like that.
So there's two sections of it. When I really break it down, when I think about what it wanted to be, it's SWYM NYC. So that's gonna build off to SWYM Miami or Florida, SWYM LA, SWYM ATL, things of that sort. I want to be able to help the youth build their confidence, give them skills that they could use to utilize to create a successful life for themselves, a comfortable life for their family, create generational wealth. That's one part of it. Now also, when I say with my skills and talents, that's always been my purpose. I've always wanted to help people. When I went to college, I did psychology, I did teaching and whatnot. When I graduated, I slept on my mom's couch for 3 months. One of my sisters one time said, you know, while you was away, we couldn't wait for you to get back, but now you're here, like, you might as well go back to college. And it was like, they had so high expectations of me, you know what I'm saying? Because they was like, you went to college, you're the first. You're doing great things out there, you got rewards and whatnot. What's going on? I come home, I'm sleeping on the couch, no money, I'm asking for money and whatnot.
Right.
And I was like, something's got to change. So, you know, that's a whole nother story in itself, but I ended up getting a temp job in Music Choice. And I was there for about 4 or 5 years. And that just led me down the path of music and entertainment, and I was still able to utilize my purpose and my gift for words and whatnot and use it in that environment. And when I got there, I found a whole new talent and gift that I was good at, and I started taking on camera and audio and music, and I started feeling, you know, with my purpose, me always wanted to help people, me always wanted to hear people's stories. I was like, now I could be behind the camera and I could interview, record, I could do what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to do these things too. I've tried. One of my weaknesses is that I'm not consistent. You know, and growing up and growing is being able to acknowledge some of your weaknesses so that you can work on them. So I haven't been able to be consistent, but that's the foundation of it. And so one part was is that I wanted to help those, whatever their talent, their gift was that they wanted to put out there, however way that they wanted to swim, I wanted to give them that platform to do so. And then this latter part of it is that I'm working with the youth. And I'm giving them voice, I'm giving them confidence, I'm giving them skills so that they can cultivate themselves and become these other entrepreneurs and talents and artists that's trying to do stuff and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And so my idea at the time was work with the kids, and because I have these connects with artists and that sort, I will put them in front of them, give them the motivation, let them know you can't have access to this unless you go hard in school. And while you're in school, you learn how to do camera, video, audio, you learn how to scratch, mix, produce. That makes you want to engage. That makes you know that, you know, I was trying to think about what type of reward can we give them, incentives to want to have a fulfillment in class and say, I'm going to learn. Well, if you don't find the fulfillment in actually learning, you're gonna find fulfillment in learning and knowing that you're gonna get something that you're gonna be able to really use and thrive in life with. You might not get it at a young age, but you getting that tangible dollars because you're actually utilizing your skills and doing something, you're working with your favorite artists and you're able to speak to them, it's going to come in a lot and you're going to be like, wow, look where I am today. So I put the two together. This is passion and purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Because you said like you were the first, like one of the first in your family of college. Like, what made you pick that major? Like what made you, like, first off, like, salute to you and congratulations for even like going to school and actually like being able to successfully be a part of that, because, you know, like going to school and it's not being celebrated like it should be. Like, people rather celebrate negative atmospheres and things like that. But it's like the person who went to school, it's like they don't never get the praise. They don't never get the, yo, great job, like you did it, like what's up. Like it's always like, yo, like you're supposed to be doing something else. It's like, well, you know, I went to school, like I'm supposed to go to school and have that education and stuff like that. So salute to you first off. But what was it about the major that you picked and going to school, making that adjustment and stuff like that?
For sure. So it's a culmination of things that transpired throughout my life, and you know, just certain figures around me. You know, just one. You know, I had issues with the family, and my mom's. Sometimes she wasn't around. The things I saw, my dad wasn't around like that. Still kind of had access to both of them, but there was a lot going on. I was staying with my grandmother for a long period of time. My grandmother actually worked in the daycare as a teacher assistant, and she was always waking up early, coming late, and it was always about the kids. She would bring an extra lunch, snacks, all of that. My dad, he went to school in VA to play ball. It didn't go as far as the NBA, but he stood there and he started taking on mental health, working in group homes, working with you know, people with mental illnesses and whatnot. And so those two people, you know, and my mom as well, are people that I put on pillars. My mom, my parents, and my grandmother. And them two having that background. My mom always had a background of, you know, she was more in the streets per se as fighting, but she was more of a defender. She didn't like seeing people get bullied. Mm-hmm. And she always stood up for other people. Like, she'll see a girl getting bullied, she'll be like, that's my sister. And, you know, and jump in for them. And so her just having that heart of wanting to protect, not wanting to see others get taken advantage of, I feel like that was passed down to me. My grandmother's such a caring person, literally always puts herself on the back burner for others, to help others and make sure everyone is well. And, like, she's very attentive to others. That was passed down to me. My father, you know, he's very stern, he's direct, but he's also very, you know, helpful and dependable and whatnot, and that was passed down to me. And just seeing that all three of them do those things, I just feel like that was something that kind of just got instilled in me, and it's just in my heart that I always wanted to help people, and that was for personal gain. You know what I'm saying? It just feels good, it feels right, it feels like it's what God's want me to do. You know what I'm saying? So when I got to college, I chose psychology really for understanding. I had no expectation to go to college at all. Mm-hmm. It kind of just led into that. Like everything, God literally put everything in place. Even with the way my school was structured, and my senior year, they just implemented a new class that prepared you for college, and certain things were just requirements, and I did it for that. Like, one of the school's class assignments is to fill out a college application. So I just did it to do the class assignment, not knowing, like, you're actually doing something that's actually going to lead to your future. Right. And shout out to Ms. Washington. She was the school advisor at the time. She chose my school for me and everything. Like, she's asking me questions. Do you want to be far? Do you want to be close? Do you want a big school? Do you want a small school? You know what I'm saying? Do you want to be close to home? Do you not want to have to pay loans? Things of that sort. And she kind of narrowed it down for me. And she was like, based off your grade, based off your personality. She chose my school. Shout out to Marist College. But I chose psychology for understanding. I wanted to understand, you know, with all the things that I was going through, why did I not really feel hate? Why did I not feel, you know, the pain that could have led to my demise? I really felt like I've been through some traumatic experiences, I've witnessed some things, and still I kind of I've always had this I always accept life for what it is, negative and positive. I never dwelled on it. Like, literally something traumatic or bad could happen, not traumatic, but something bad could happen, and I could kind of still take it on the chin and interact and put a smile on my face. And it's like, it's not that I'm not sad, not that I'm not, you know, engulfed in the sentiment of it or whatnot, but it's that I just accept life for what it is. Like, God has a plan, and you know what I'm saying? And you can't be dwelling on it and whatnot, because you have to trust, you need to have faith and whatnot. And you understand that life has a cycle. You never know how anyone's going to go, but you know everyone's going to go. You know what I'm saying? And when you can come to terms with that and accept that, then you can continue about your life as peaceful as possible. Because before the war outside, you need to deal with the war inside. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I took psychology, because I wanted to understand. I wanted to understand why things happen. Why did certain people make certain decisions, knowing that I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Things of that sort. And me being a child and not having certain, you know, control over certain things. And now that I'm older than I do, I just wanted to make sure that I didn't continue the same patterns and the same destructive manners that could have led me down the wrong path. I'm just, grateful by the glory of God that I always, for some reason, seen this type of lifestyle and I always strayed the opposite direction. You know what I'm saying? So I went to school, I chose psychology, like I said, for understanding, and my grades is all over the place. But I really figured out what life was and what it meant to truly be happy and what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. And that's connecting and spreading love with as much people as possible. You know what I'm saying? And giving the word as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? Adding value as much as possible. Like, we can literally live forever. And it's just a matter of, you know what I'm saying, what you put out. You know what I'm saying? Because if I can tell you a great story, or I can speak to you and make you feel some type of discernment, you may continue to pass that down and pass that down and pass that down. And my name will always remain in the legacy of that story that you felt the need to share with your family and continue to pass it down. You know what I'm saying? Because it felt that good. You felt God within it. You know what I'm saying? So
that's amazing.
I try to live like that every day.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I'm not gonna hold you up because it seems like you got like the positive energy is in the air, man, and you talking to the kids and you telling them to be confident and you're spreading the word. You've traveled the world. Like, you've traveled the world a couple of times. Like I be watching, I'm like, yo, there you go again. There you go again. He's in another country, in another place and stuff like that. Like swim and telling the world to keep swimming, to level up. Like, you said so much, but is there any other things that you would like to let the world know about how you're moving with your movement? You have the supporters. Shout out to, you even have on, you're supporting your friends right now as we're filming this, like, anything else positive that you want to just give to the world and just let them know, like, what's going on, what they can look forward to?
Most definitely. As far as looking forward to, because that's a little shorter than what I could leave with you. Just look forward to me. Right now I'm the face of the brand. I am swimming. I'm gonna continue to tell people to keep swimming, say what you mean and mean what you say. I plan to be out there. I want to do the same thing Diddy doing. I also want to tap in and do interviews. I'm still behind the scenes. I'm working on my camera, my photography and videography. Just, look forward to seeing me improving and see me being out there, being vulnerable, putting my skills out there, my talents. Look forward to me reaching out, getting more involved. Look forward to really me getting more involved in the community. I really want to tap into the philanthropic side of SWYM, because that's really my foundation. All throughout, I've had the opportunity to give back, so I want to continue doing that. I want to bring that back. So definitely look forward to those things. And if you can help out and just be a part and share your time, most importantly, I'll be reaching out to you and we'll make it happen. As far as what I can give to the people, always be confident in being you. Nobody's better than being you. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody can do that better than you. Anytime you try to be like somebody else, you're always going to fall short, because nobody can be better than you the way you can. You know what I'm saying? Right. And when you knowing that you're such a unique individual, that you're one of those red diamonds, because no diamond is the same.
Facts.
And they all have value. That means that you're blessed alone. Every day that you get to wake up and you breathe, you should be happy that you're alive, regardless of what you're going through. You have an opportunity to make a difference. No matter how hard it is, just know that you have a purpose and you can strive. And there's always going to be someone that loves you. And if nobody loves you, I love you. You know what I'm saying?
There you have it. But man, if y'all watch my channel, man, y'all know I'm lying, man. You know I'm lying. Y'all know I got one more question. Y'all know I got one more question, man. I be lying. But I do got one more question, man. And you kind of went to a perfect segue into it, because, like, this whole interview, this whole piece, this whole moment, this whole informational, what we're talking about, just being motivated, keep swimming and just going in that realm of your mind. My real last question to you is, like, Dom, how do how are you so vulnerable and able to like tell your story so comfortable and let everyone know like you can be like this and really say what you mean when you are being yourself? Like, how are you able to do so? Like, how did you figure that out?
Alright, so one thing I'll say is that's a gift and a curse.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was young, I used to get slapped up a lot because I was a chatterbox, you know what I'm saying? And like my mom used to tell me like, our business in the house stays in the house, like you don't shit outside. So I will say from young I was a little bit of a chatterbox. As I got older, I was able to get more militant and just know you don't share your business, you know what I'm saying? Less is more. You don't gotta always speak on things of that sort. But at the same time, like I said, I'm always being honest. I'm always being truthful. And I'm confident in that. And those who mess with me, who rock with me, they're gonna connect with me. And those who don't, thank God. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody's meant to have your energy and feel your energy. Not everybody's meant to get poured into. Because they keep pouring out of their own cups. You know what I'm saying? So, as long as I continue to be my truth and I'm me, and I put that into the world and knowing that God made me, like, I can't feel no blemishes. I can't feel less than when I know that God created me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like everybody should feel that way. Like, you are uniquely great. Something about you, if not everything, there's something great, something special, something amazing. And the fact that I know that I have that information, I can't walk around this world blind, can't walk around this world ignorant, knowing where I come from, knowing that we all flesh, man made of flesh. We bleed the same, we hurt the same, we cry the same, we laugh. We all feel the same emotions. Why should I feel less than? We should all feel great, feel like kings and queens, walk this earth, head held high, chest raised, breathing, taking in deep breaths. You feel me? Not tense and coddled up, worried about who's thinking about what about you. I can't do it. I love peace. I love quietness. I love serenity. I'm gonna name my daughter Serenity.
That's fine.
You know
That's
what
why
I'm
I'm
saying?
naming my daughter Harmony.
I got it tatted.
You understand?
Love serenity.
That's fine.
So it's like, God grant you, wow, I'm smitten a little bit right now. God grant you the knowledge to accept the things you cannot change, the courage to change the things you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I tell people that all the time. Sometimes it can be insensitive, you know what I'm saying? But really think about it. When the only time you stress is when you focus on things that you cannot change, you have no control over. And when there are things that you can change, make sure you have the courage, the confidence, the will to do so. And have the knowledge to know the difference, so there's no stress involved. And I live by that every day. And therefore I'm able to share. I'm able to speak freely.
Did he say what you mean?
You
Keep swimming, baby.
Say what you mean.
Tell me your social media, please, sir.
Listen, y'all can add me on IG, Mr. Alexandre _ that's MRALEXANDRE _ And you can check my website out, SWYM NYC, is S.W.Y.M NYC.com. You can check out my portfolio, check out my work. There's gonna be a lot of things added to the page. I'm gonna start writing, adding blogs. I'm gonna have a section for all my friends showing all the cool dope shit that they doing. So just check it out for now. You can book me through DMs or through my emails in there. And let's get to working, man. Let's make change. Let's make it happen. Keep swimming, baby.
Keep swimming, baby. We out of here, man. Y'all know the vibes.
Yeah.